They said family always has your back. But what if that's the biggest lie you'll ever believe? You're about to hear what happens. When trust gets weaponized, it started small, a favor here, a signature there. I thought I was helping the people I loved, but then the numbers stopped adding up. And the lies? They weren't accidents. This is my story. And no, it's not what you think. Thank you for being here. Have you ever trusted someone just because they were family? Leave a comment below, even just one word. Where are you watching from? Or what time is it right now? And if quiet, powerful stories speak to you, don't forget to subscribe for more. This is my story. I was halfway through folding laundry when the phone rang. Number I didn't recognize. Florida area code. Strange. I almost let it go to voicemail, but something, intuition maybe, made me pick up. Mrs. Evans, this is Jason from Harbor Federal. I'm calling to verify. His tone was polite. Too polite. The kind of polite that makes your skin crawl. Did you recently authorize adding your son and his wife to your primary investment account? Silence. For a full 5 seconds, I forgot how to breathe. What? It's just a routine verification, ma'am. The paperwork came through this morning. It lists them both as joint account holders with full access. I pressed the palm to my forehead. The room tilted. My vision blurred. No, I whispered. No, I did not authorize that. A pause on his end now, professional but heavy. That's what I needed to confirm. We haven't processed it yet. Something felt off. His voice softened. Less mechanical. More human. You may want to look into this, Mrs. Evans. Click. I sat, stared at the blank wall in front of me. My hands trembled, sharp, fine tremors like something deep inside had snapped. My son and his wife. No, that can't be. Not them. Not my family. Right? Except a memory punched me in the ribs. Last month, that strange conversation about temporary financial help. Something about consolidating accounts, just to make things easier for everyone. I'd laughed it off. Thought it was innocent. Silly me. Now? My stomach turned cold. I grabbed my laptop, fingers shaking, logged into my online banking, checked my accounts. Looked normal, at first glance. But then, line items I didn't recognize, small transfers, names I didn't know, applications pending. One labeled life insurance policy, primary insured Margaret Evans, beneficiary Daniel Evans. My heart stopped. No. I sat back, cold all over. This was not just a misunderstanding. This was planned. This was betrayal. How long has this been happening behind my back? And how far? Were they planning to go? I didn't sleep that night, not a single minute. I sat at the kitchen table. Same table where, just last year, I wrote a $35,000 check to help Daniel and Lisa with their business expansion. Same table where I hosted birthday dinners, Thanksgiving, Christmas. I opened my banking app again, clicked deeper. Savings, untouched. Checking, fine. Investments. Wait. Pending transfer, $12,500 to D&E Holdings, LLC. What? I'd never heard of that company. Another tab, credit accounts. New application submitted, joint line of credit. Applicant Margaret Evans. Co-applicant Daniel Evans. My throat closed. I couldn't breathe. Status, pending identity verification. They were trying to open a $50,000 credit line using my name, my credit. I hit download statements, clicked through every month. Patterns emerged, little withdrawals, $600 here, $800 there, random names, some labeled consulting fees, others just blank. They were siphoning me. Like a leech I didn't notice was attached until I was pale. I grabbed my phone, hit Daniel's contact. 1 ring, 2. Click. Hey, Mom, everything okay? His voice, smooth, practiced, friendly, fake. Daniel, what's going on with my accounts? Oh, yeah, about that. Listen, we were going to talk to you. It's just, we've had a rough couple months. Business stuff. You wouldn't really understand. It's complex. My blood boiled. Complex? You forged my signature. Silence. Mom, come on. Don't make this a thing. It's not like that. We're family. We're streamlining stuff. For the future. For everyone's benefit. You didn't even ask. A heavy sigh. Annoyance. Not guilt. Mom, seriously. You're getting older. This is safer. You don't have to worry about managing everything alone. We've got it handled. I sat there, stunned. No, Daniel. You don't have anything handled. Click. I hung up, hands trembling. I opened my email, search bar, typed Daniel Evans plus documents. And there it was, an email thread between Daniel, Lisa, and a law firm. Subject line, Power of Attorney Process, Margaret Evans. I clicked, scanned. Finalize by Friday. Need her signature for the life insurance policy. Then we move forward with the house transfer. She won't understand. Tell her it's just paperwork. She'll sign. My vision blurred. My chest tightened. A notification popped on my phone. New email from Secure Life Insurance. Subject, Welcome to your new policy. Primary insured, Margaret Evans. Beneficiary, Daniel Evans. I read it 3 times. This isn't just stealing. This is premeditated. This is war. And then, another ping. A message from my bank app. Unusual activity detected. Large transfer request flagged for review. I opened it. Scanned the note. Attempted transfer. $27,400. Crypto exchange wallet. Crypto? I don't even know how to spell half those coins. What the hell is this? My hand stopped shaking. A strange, unnatural calm wrapped around me. Cold, precise, surgical. They think I'm weak. They think I'm old, gullible, easy. They forgot who raised them. By morning, the house didn't feel like mine anymore. It felt like a crime scene. My coffee mug shook in my hands, not from caffeine, not fear, just pure, concentrated rage. I wasn't confused anymore. I wasn't sad. I was done. I logged back into my bank, deeper this time, pulled every document, every archived file, and there it was. A credit card I never opened, issued 3 years ago, $12,600 balance, paid, using my funds. Who the hell? A loan from 1998, my name, my signature. Only, wait, I zoomed in. The signature wasn't mine, not even close. I printed it, held the paper up to the light. My own signature on my mortgage was next to it. Obvious. The 1998 one? Crooked. Wrong. My hands went numb. This didn't start last week or last month. This has been going on for decades. Suddenly, ping. Email. From Harbor Federal. Subject. Activity alert. High-risk transaction attempt. I opened it. And transfer attempt $18,000 to btcquickwallet.com. What, crypto? Again? I don't own cryptocurrency. I barely know what it is. Status. Flagged. Fraud review. Pending. Another ping. This one. Personal. From Jason Heller, Harbor Federal Manager. Subject. I think you should see this. I opened it. Mrs. Evans, I know I'm not supposed to share this, but something about this situation doesn't sit right with me. You were always kind to my mother when she needed help. This is, well, I thought you deserved to know. There was an attachment. PDF. I clicked. Document 1. Email chain between Daniel, Lisa, and a financial advisor. We should push her to sign by next week. Once it's done, we can finalize the house transfer. Crypto wallets are set. Once the funds are moved, IRS won't trace it. Document 2. Application for a life insurance policy. On me. $500,000 payout. Beneficiary. Daniel Evans. Document 3. Draft for a durable power of attorney, effective immediately. No expiration. I stared, frozen. I thought the first betrayal broke me. No, this broke me. This wasn't just money. This wasn't just selfishness. This was a full-scale operation, a planned, professional financial ambush. I closed my eyes. You raised this man. You trusted this woman. You loved them both. And they saw you as an asset, a wallet, a liability to remove. For the first time in 30 years, I whispered to myself, you are not safe, not even from your own family. A ping. One more. Text from Daniel. Hey, Mom, you should really stop checking the accounts. You're stressing yourself out. Let us handle it. For your own good. I read it. Twice. Then I smiled. Cold, icy, surgical. You just made the biggest mistake of your life. My fingers hovered over the phone. Who do you even call when it's your own child robbing you blind? The police? The FBI? Or maybe a priest? But then I remembered someone. Jason's email. You were kind to my mother. His mother. 20 years ago, I covered her rent for 6 months when her husband walked out. A small thing back then. For me. For her. A lifeline. That lifeline just came full circle. I dialed Jason. He picked up on the first ring. Mrs. Evans, I was hoping you'd call. His voice sounded different now. Not just polite, not just professional. Personal. I can't give legal advice, but there's more you should see. A pause. His voice dropped lower. I shouldn't do this. But frankly, they've crossed a line. He sent another file. Confidential bank activity logs. I opened it. My stomach dropped. 5 transfers. $3,000 each. Last month alone. Destination? An account under the name D&E Family Holdings. Registered 2 months ago. Owners, Daniel Evans, Lisa Evans. Tax classification, passive real estate investment. Translation, fake shell company, a front. I scrolled further. Credit card in my name, maxed out. Another line of credit, pending. And then the kicker. An auto loan, $42,500. Approved for a Tesla Model Y. Registered under Daniel Evans. Co-signer, Margaret Evans. I felt my heartbeat in my teeth. Tesla? A Tesla. I stood up so fast my chair fell backward. This wasn't help. This wasn't desperation. This was organized theft. A family Ponzi scheme. A ping. New message. Not from Jason. From Ethan, my grandson. Grandma, I don't know what's happening exactly, but you need to see this. Attachment. Screenshot. A family group chat. Lisa, make sure she doesn't see the mortgage papers yet. Daniel, she won't. We're almost there. Once the crypto's moved, we're golden. Lisa, if she starts asking questions, play the "we're just helping" card again. Daniel, she won't fight. She's old. She hates confrontation. My hands clenched so hard my nails bit into my skin. You were wrong about that, Daniel. I texted Ethan. How long have you known? His reply was instant. I didn't want to believe it. I thought they were just stretching the truth. But this is sick. I'm on your side. Whatever you need. For a second, everything inside me twisted. A crack of something. Sadness? Relief? No. Focus. War mode. I opened Google. Typed, Financial Elder Abuse Attorneys, Santa Barbara. The first result? A law firm named Grayson and Keller, white collar and elder fraud defense. I clicked. Called. Mrs. Evans, the receptionist said, let me transfer you to Mr. Grayson directly. Directly. That never happens. 2 rings. This is Alan Grayson. What can I do for you? My voice didn't tremble. Not even once. My son and his wife are attempting to commit financial fraud, identity theft, and tax evasion against me. A long pause. Mrs. Evans, you called the right place. Alan Grayson didn't waste time. First, he asked for every document I had, emails, screenshots, bank statements, all of it. Then, a rapid-fire list of questions. Did they ever have power of attorney? Did you sign anything you didn't fully read? Do they have physical access to your mail? His tone was surgical, efficient, controlled. I answered, one by one. No, 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 until I hesitated. There was one time, last year, Daniel said it was paperwork for refinancing his house. I signed. I didn't read it fully. A pause. Mrs. Evans, we'll need to review that immediately. He requested a courier. Within 2 hours, all the originals were in his hands. I sat back, waiting, thinking, boiling. Then, ping. A text from Ethan. Grandma. Check Dad's Facebook, now. I opened it, and there it was. A photo. Daniel, Lisa, standing in front of a brand new house, holding keys. Our dream home. New beginnings. Grateful for family who made this possible. My mouth went dry. My house. The deed still had my name on it, but the caption made it sound like theirs. Did they think I wouldn't see? Or worse, did they think I was already irrelevant enough not to matter? My phone buzzed. Alan. Mrs. Evans. We found something. That document you signed? It wasn't for Daniel's refinance. It's a partial transfer of property rights. They tricked you into signing 33% ownership of your home to them. My stomach flipped. But don't panic, Alan continued. It's reversible. Fraud voids consent. We'll fix it, but there's more. I braced. They've opened a shell LLC using your social security number, active for 8 months, and you've been listed as CEO. I froze. CEO of what? Fake consultancy business, funneling money through crypto, classic laundering scheme. If the IRS audits, guess who's on the hook? It felt like the walls closed in, not just theft. Full-scale identity hijack. Suddenly, another buzz, a call, from Lisa. My thumb hovered over decline, but no, not today. I answered. Hi, Margaret, just checking in. How are you feeling? You seemed confused yesterday. Her tone, syrupy, condescending, poison dressed as kindness. We're actually putting together some paperwork for the next steps. Just trust us, okay? It's a lot of big numbers and complicated forms. Not really your thing. My knuckles went white. You mean the part where I become CEO of a fake company? Silence. For 2 seconds. Then her mask slipped. What are you talking about? Voice brittle. You and Daniel. You think I didn't check? A sharp inhale. Then, full flip. Listen, old woman. You don't understand how the world works. You should be thanking us for handling things. You were never good with money anyway. Boom. There it was. The real Lisa. Stay out of it, Margaret. Don't make this harder than it has to be. Oh, sweetheart. I smiled, cold as ice. You have no idea how hard it's about to get. I hung up. Gone was the sweet, obedient mother. Gone was the scared, naive widow. Something else had taken her place. Alan didn't sugarcoat it. This is full-scale financial elder abuse, identity theft, wire fraud, tax fraud, money laundering, and possibly conspiracy to commit tax evasion. His tone? Stone cold? Professional? Focused? We're not calling the police yet. First, we lock them out. Within hours, Alan's team went to work. Emergency filings. Fraud alerts placed on every credit bureau, Experian, Equifax, TransUnion. A legal freeze on all joint accounts. Immediate revocation of any power of attorney, real or fabricated. I sat in Alan's office staring at the growing stack of documents. Every page, proof. Proof of lies. Proof of betrayal. Proof of a son who saw his mother as an ATM in a cardigan. His assistant slid a folder toward me. Sign here. This revokes any existing POA and appoints legal protection over your assets. Pen in hand, I paused. This wasn't just a signature. This was a declaration. I signed. Slow, deliberate. Alan tapped another folder. Next, we file an injunction to block any pending transfers. This includes the house, the crypto accounts, and The Tesla, I interrupted dry. He blinked, grinned slightly. Yes, the Tesla. Then, he dropped the real bomb. There's something else. IRS has already flagged the shell company for suspicious activity. If we don't act fast, they'll come after you as the listed CEO. My heart skipped. Can you stop it? Absolutely. We're filing a fraud claim with the IRS. It shifts liability from you straight onto Daniel and Lisa, but it has to happen now. We worked nonstop for 6 hours. Phone calls, faxes, notarized affidavits, emergency account freezes. Every minute that passed, I felt less like prey, more like the hunter. Then, ping. Text from Ethan. Grandma, Dad's freaking out. He tried to log into your investment account. Locked out. He's yelling at Mom. She's crying. Total chaos. A photo followed. A blurry shot from behind a cracked door. Daniel pacing, red-faced. Lisa curled on the couch, hands over her face. I stared at it. No emotion. Just data. Another ping. Ethan again. Also, you should see this. Attachment. Another screenshot. Lisa's phone screen. A text to her sister. She's catching on, fast. We should start looking at options, like transferring the crypto before it's too late. My fist clenched. Oh no, sweetheart, you're already too late. Alan's assistant returned. Done. All accounts are frozen. Every single asset flagged. They can't move a penny. Alan nodded. Tomorrow we serve them the cease and desist orders. After that, civil suit and possibly federal charges. A pause. His gaze softened. I've seen this 100 times, Mrs. Evans, but rarely is it this coordinated, this ugly. He closed the file. Are you ready? I didn't hesitate. I was born ready. I just forgot for a while. That night I slept. For the first time in weeks. No nightmares, just peace. Until 5:32 a.m. Phone buzzing. Caller ID. Daniel. I didn't answer. Text came through instead. Mom, what the hell did you do? Everything's locked. Our money, our house, the Tesla. Answer me. I stared at it and smiled. Cold, clean, sharp. 7 r.a.m. Another text from Daniel. This isn't funny. Call me now. Nope. 7:03 a.m. Lisa's turn. You're being irrational. We just wanted to help. You're blowing this way out of proportion. Help? You mean laundering money in my name? I turned off notifications. They could scream into the void for all I cared. At 9 more sharp, I sat in Alan's office again. He slid a stack of papers toward me. This, he tapped, is the full freeze order. Covers every single asset registered to you, jointly or otherwise. Includes the house, the investment accounts, and the shell company they opened. Effective immediately. He opened another folder. And this, a formal complaint filed with the IRS. Fraud, identity theft, money laundering, all transferred from your liability, straight onto them. I scanned the page. It felt surreal, seeing it in black and white, seeing their names, my name, all tied together in a web of fraud. Alan leaned back. As of this morning, your accounts are firewalled. They can't touch a cent. Every credit bureau has alerts. No new loans, no lines of credit, no vehicle financing, no property transfers. He smiled. They are, in every legal sense, financially paralyzed. For the first time, I laughed. Not bitter, not sad, real, clean. But Alan wasn't done. Oh, and one more thing. He handed me a copy of an email from the Crypto Compliance Task Force. Confirmed wallet freeze. Wallet ID ending in 09B4 linked to fraudulent activity. Funds temporarily seized pending investigation. I blinked. They actually got the crypto? Alan nodded. Most of it. About $74,000. Not all, but enough to make it hurt. Ping. Text from Ethan. Dad's losing it. Just punched a hole in the drywall. A photo followed. Daniel, screaming. Face red, veins popping. Lisa crying, hands flailing, papers scattered, laptops smashed. I stared, expressionless. "You wanted to handle my finances, Daniel? How's that working out?" Another ping. Ethan again. "Also, just so you know, they tried to apply for a new loan. Declined. Instant flag." A screenshot. "Loan application denied. Reason, fraud alert." Alan's assistant stepped in. "Documents served. They've officially been notified. Cease and desist. Any attempt to touch your assets moving forward is a criminal violation." She handed me a copy. Formal, aggressive, ironclad. Alan leaned forward. "Next step. Civil suit. Restitution. Damages. Possibly punitive damages, depending on the judge." He tapped the folder. "And I have contacts at the district attorney's office. If you want to escalate this criminally, say the word." A pause. I exhaled slowly. "Not yet. First, let them sweat." 3:12 p.m. Another text. "Daniel, what did you do? Our accounts are frozen. The bank said you locked us out. This is illegal." "Illegal? Oh, honey, you're adorable," I replied. "No, what you did was illegal. I just corrected the paperwork." Blocked. Forever. Sitting in Alan's office, I realized something. I didn't feel scared. I didn't feel sad. I felt clean. Like someone who finally threw out a rotten, maggot-infested mattress she'd been pretending was still a bed. For years, I ignored the red flags, the condescending comments, the guilt trips, the "you wouldn't understand, Mom" lectures. I let them chip away at me. Death by 1,000 small betrayals. Not anymore. Alan closed the last folder. "Congratulations, Mrs. Evans. You're officially untouchable." For the first time in months, I wasn't their victim. I was their reckoning. Friday afternoon, downtown Santa Barbara. I stood across the street watching. Daniel, Lisa, on stage. A local business networking event, sponsored by some laughably pretentious group, Young Entrepreneurs of Tomorrow. The banner behind them read, "Building Generational Wealth, a Family Legacy." My stomach twisted, not from nerves, from disgust. Daniel wore his best fake smile. Lisa stood next to him, nodding, eyes shining with practiced sincerity. Two perfect con artists, wearing the mask of community leaders. I pulled out my phone, snapped a photo. Daniel holding the mic, Lisa standing just behind him, like some obedient corporate Barbie. Caption ready, "Public faces, private monsters." His speech echoed across the plaza. "At D&E Family Holdings, we believe in taking care of family, in planning for the future, in responsible generational wealth management." I almost gagged. Responsible, generational wealth. "You mean laundering money in your elderly mother's name? That kind of wealth?" Then Lisa chimed in. "We're grateful for the support of our family, especially Margaret Evans, my wonderful mother-in-law. Without her trust, none of this would be possible." I stood, stone still. Without her trust? Without her signature, forged across 6 financial crimes, you mean? The crowd clapped, smiled, ate it up. No one here knew, not yet. But soon, the mask would crack. Ping. Text from Alan. "IRS Fraud Division accepted the case. Official audit opens next week." Ping. Another one. DA's office greenlit a preliminary investigation. Wire fraud, elder abuse, theft by deception. Ping. Ethan. "Grandma, check your email. You'll want to see this." I opened it. Attachment. Screenshots. Lisa texting her sister. "She froze everything. I swear to God, I hate this woman. We should have done this sooner. She's losing it. I don't care if she breaks down. Once the house transfers, we're done with her." Daniel replying, "Calm down. She won't fight. She never fights." You were wrong. I just needed a reason. I took another photo. Daniel shaking hands with some investor, smiling, clueless. I forwarded it to Alan, captioned, "Clock's ticking." Then I walked away. No drama, no confrontation, not yet. I wasn't here for a scene. I was here to witness, to remember the moment before everything came crashing down. By the time I got home, Alan had news. It started. IRS, full audit. DA's office, formal letters sent. Financial Crimes Unit, subpoenas ready. Daniel and Lisa didn't know it yet, but the foundation they built, all that stolen trust, all that fraudulent money. It was about to collapse. Phone buzzed. Daniel, again. I let it ring. Then Lisa, ignored. Then Ethan. I picked up. Grandma, you're not going to believe this. His voice sounded half shocked, half gleeful. Their crypto account. Gone, frozen. Dad's freaking out, like punching walls freaking out. Mom's threatening to sue you. I smiled. Let her try. Let her try. This is just the beginning. Monday, 9:17 a.m. My phone buzzed. It's starting. Alan's text. I refreshed my email. Subject line. Formal notification of IRS audit. Case. Nore 43892. Another one. Subpoena. Bank records, D&E Holdings, Evans Family Trust, crypto wallet ID ending 09B4. I sat back, stared at it. No fear, no panic, just satisfaction, across town. Daniel and Lisa were learning a lesson they'd never forget. Phone buzzed again. Ethan. Grandma, they just showed up. Who? IRS. 2 agents, suits, badges, walked straight up the driveway. Dad opened the door and, oh my God, I wish you could have seen his face. No, honey, I don't need to see it. I've seen enough. A photo popped up. Black SUV parked outside Daniel's house. 2 men, dark suits, one holding a file. The other, a portable scanner. The caption Ethan sent with it? Told ya. Another text. Dad's yelling. Mom's crying. IRS told them to sit down and shut up. Literally. I'm sitting in the hallway pretending to play Xbox. I laughed. Out loud. Alone. For the first time in months, it wasn't bitter. It was clean. It was honest. It was deserved. Alan called. Just got confirmation. The bank received the subpoena. Everything's locked tighter than Fort Knox. The DA's office is prepping the criminal side now. They're moving fast, I said. When it's this blatant? Yeah, no one likes elder fraud. Not even the IRS. He continued. Crypto accounts, frozen, property transfers, blocked, shell company. Under forensic review, they found a second wallet, bigger, hidden offshore. I blinked. Offshore? Where? Cayman Islands. Classic. Oh, Daniel, you stupid, arrogant little man. You thought you were clever. You thought you were smarter than everyone, including me. Alan sighed. IRS told me, if they find intent to conceal taxable assets offshore, it escalates to felony tax evasion, minimum 5 years federal. A pause. Per count. My hands didn't shake. Not anymore. The fear was gone. The grief was gone. Only one thing remained. Resolve. Another ping. Ethan. Grandma, they're fighting, screaming. Dad said she did this. Mom yelled back, you promised she'd never find out. Screenshot followed. Blurry. Daniel red-faced. Lisa with mascara running down her cheeks. Papers flying. I stared at it. No smile this time. Just emptiness. I gave them everything. And they turned me into a mark. Alan's voice pulled me back. One more thing. The Tesla? Repo ordered. DMV flagged it for immediate retrieval. Your name's on the loan, but not for long. I let out a short breath. Good. Then, a deep pause. Alan? Yeah? I want to press charges. Silence. You're sure? Absolutely. I don't care if they cry. I don't care if they beg. I don't care if the neighbors talk. I don't care if the family judges. A deep inhale. I want this public. Alan didn't hesitate. Consider it done. No more hiding. No more looking the other way. This wasn't just about money. It was about dignity. Mine. Phone buzzed again. Ethan. Grandma. IRS just told them they need to surrender all financial records within 48 hours. Dad asked what happens if they don't. Agent said, and I quote, Then we file federal charges. Your choice. I closed my eyes. For the first time in years, I felt free. Tuesday, 7:58 a.m. Daniel tried calling. Again. Declined. Lisa texted, "We need to talk. This has gone too far. You're ruining your own family." I stared at the screen. "No, sweetheart, you ruined it. I just flipped the lights on so everyone could see." 9:03 a.m. Alan called. "You ready? Do it." He filed the criminal complaint: financial elder abuse, wire fraud, identity theft, conspiracy to commit tax evasion, federal, FBI, IRS, DA full scale. I checked the case summary. 17 documented counts of fraud, 4 counts of identity theft, 3 counts of wire fraud crossing state lines, elevating it to federal, 2 counts of elder financial abuse under California Penal Code Section 368D. Minimum sentence? 5 years, per count. I sat quietly, hands folded, no shaking, no fear. This wasn't revenge. This was math, actions, consequences, simple. Phone vibrated. Ethan. "Grandma, you'll want to hear this. They're turning on each other." "What?" "Mom's blaming Dad. Dad's screaming at Mom. I recorded some. Want it?" "Absolutely." A minute later, the file came through. Daniel yelling, "You said she'd never find out." Lisa snapping back, "You said we had time. You said the crypto would be safe by now." Thumps. Something crashing. "It's your fault. You pushed for the offshore accounts. You said IRS wouldn't care." Lisa, "I did this for us, for our future." "Our future? You just got us indicted, Lisa." I played it twice. No smile, no satisfaction, just data, evidence, confirmation. Alan's email dinged. Grand jury date scheduled, 2 weeks. Formal indictments likely before then. Ping. Also, Cayman Islands account flagged. $137,000 frozen. IRS contacted local authorities. Oh, Daniel, oh, Lisa, you thought you were criminal masterminds, and you weren't even good at it. Phone buzzed again. "Lisa," I answered. "What?" Her voice, broken, shaky, but still tried the performance. "Margaret, please, this has gone too far. We're family. We can fix this." "Oh? We made mistakes. Yes, but you're ruining everything. You're destroying your son, your grandchildren. You did that." Silence. Heavy. We were desperate. The market collapsed. We lost money. We just needed a little help. Help? Is that what you call setting up offshore shell companies in my name? Laundering crypto? Forging loan applications? A pause. We thought... Her voice cracked. "You wouldn't fight back." There it is. The truth. Raw. Ugly. I leaned forward. Voice like ice. "You were right about one thing, Lisa. I never fought back before. That was my mistake. I corrected it." Click. Blocked. No tears. No guilt. No second chances. Later that day. Sheriff's deputies served them both with restraining orders. Daniel tried to argue, screamed something about this being unlawful. Deputies weren't impressed. Lisa sobbed. Literally collapsed on the front steps. The neighbors watched, phones out, recording. Ethan filmed it too, texted me the video. "Thought you might enjoy this." I watched, quiet, expressionless, not gloating, not laughing, just watching the mask fall. Alan texted, "By the way, Tesla's gone. Repo company took it this afternoon. DMV cleared the lien off your name." I let out a breath I didn't know I was holding. "Thank you." Ethan sent another text. "Dad says it's your fault. He says you betrayed him." Of course he does. "No, Daniel. I didn't betray you. I just stopped letting you betray me." Wednesday morning, 8 a.m. sharp. I walked into the office of Goldman and Foster Estate Law. The receptionist smiled. "Mrs. Evans, they're expecting you." I was. Ready? Beyond ready. Inside, the partner, Janice Foster, stood to greet me. "Mrs. Evans, we've reviewed everything. It's all in order. Are you sure you want to proceed?" "Absolutely." She pushed a folder toward me. New will, new living trust, full asset restructuring, complete disinheritance of Daniel Evans and Lisa Evans. Janice cleared her throat. You understand, this is final, irrevocable, perfect. I signed. One page after another, deliberate, calm. My hand didn't shake once. Then, the final document. Property transfer. The house, my house, officially deeded into a charitable trust. Beneficiary, Women's Legal Aid Foundation, a local nonprofit that helps victims of financial abuse. No family inherits anything, I confirmed. Janice nodded. Correct. The trust holds your assets. Upon your passing, the foundation receives the entirety. Until then, you have full use and control. I leaned back. For the first time in years, the air felt clean. Phone buzzed. Ethan. Grandma, they just found out. Found out what? The house, the trust, everything. Dad's screaming. Mom's losing it. They thought they could still wait this out. Wait it out? Oh no, I burned the whole game board. Ethan sent a video. Daniel pacing, screaming into the phone. She can't do this. She's crazy. This is illegal. It's elder abuse against me. Against you? Lisa threw something. A glass, maybe. Shattered against the wall. Call the lawyer. Call someone. She can't just give it away. Oh yes. Yes, I can. Alan called. Congratulations. It's official. The title is transferred. The trust is locked. The IRS and DA are wrapping their cases. They've got everything they need. Plus, the foundation sends their thanks. A breath. Thank you, Alan, for everything. Then, a pause. By the way, small update. Yeah? Daniel filed an injunction, tried to block the asset transfer. Judge denied it, immediately. What grounds? He claimed emotional damages. A dry laugh escaped me. Emotional damages? From stealing from me? Judge said, and I quote, "Get out of my courtroom." I closed my eyes, let the quiet fill the space. This is what freedom feels like. Ping. Ethan again. Dad's threatening to go public. Says he's going to post everything online. Says you ruined his life. Good. Let him. Let the world see the truth. Let him choke on his own story. I replied, Ethan, thank you. You stood by me. When this is over, know that you'll never have to question where you stand with me. His answer came fast. Grandma, same. I walked through my house. No, my former house. The one that's now legally dedicated to women who've been exactly where I was. Betrayed, used, stolen from. By the people they trusted most. I stood in the living room, ran my hand along the old oak dining table. Years of birthdays, Thanksgiving dinners, laughter, fights, tears, all of it. Dust now. I built this family. I can walk away from it too. A moving truck pulled into the driveway. Boxes ready, a new chapter waiting, not because I had to leave, but because I chose to. Daniel and Lisa were still fighting the inevitable. Lawyers, judges, agents, repo trucks. Good luck. The avalanche had started, and it was never going to stop. As the truck doors closed, I whispered to myself, clean house, clean life. And for the first time, I actually believed it. Thursday, 10:14 a.m., a text from Alan. It's happening. I checked the link he sent. Santa Barbara County Public Records. Foreclosure notice. Address, Daniel and Lisa Evans. Status, in default, immediate lien enforcement. Oh, so it finally hit them. Ethan texted, Grandma, it's a circus here. Sheriff's deputy, repo truck, process servers. Neighbors are literally on their lawns with coffee watching. A photo popped up. Sheriff taping a foreclosure notice on their door. A tow truck driver hooking up the Tesla. Daniel, pacing, hands on his head, screaming. Lisa, collapsed on the curb, mascara running, gasping like she couldn't breathe. That's the thing about consequences. They don't care if you cry, another ping, video this time. Ethan's shaky camera, Daniel lunging at the repo guy. You can't take that, that's my car. The driver, bored. Nope, belongs to Margaret Evans, bank called it in. Technically, not anymore, but still. Daniel spun around, saw the sheriff. This is illegal, she can't do this. The deputy, calm, unmoved. Actually, she can, and she did. You've been served. Step aside. Lisa shrieked. This is elder abuse. She's abusing us. The deputy didn't flinch. Ma'am, that's not how that works. Oh, Lisa, you never were good with definitions. Ethan texted again. They tried to call you 10 times, left voicemails. You want to hear? No. I already knew the script. We're family. This went too far. Please think of the kids. We were just helping. Heard it, buried it, moved on. Moved. Alan texted a copy of the formal court filing. Grand jury indictments, Daniel Evans, Lisa Evans. Charges, identity theft, X4, wire fraud, X3, elder financial abuse, X2, tax evasion, X2, conspiracy to commit fraud, Killeri, bail recommendation, denied. Their flight risks, Alan explained. Judge isn't taking chances with the offshore stuff. Good, Ethan again. Mom's calling her sister, begging for money. Her sister told her, no, you made your bed. Even the extended family cut them off. I sat on my porch, watched the ocean, sipped coffee. Funny, it tasted sweeter today. My phone buzzed, a number I knew too well. Daniel, rang once, twice. Declined, rang again. Declined. Text followed. You win. Are you happy? You destroyed your family. I stared at it. Destroyed it? No, Daniel. I just stopped letting you destroy me. Another message. This is all your fault. Classic. No accountability, no reflection, just blame. Ethan texted one more time. They're packing. Crying, yelling. Mom's threatening to sue the sheriff. Dad's trying to figure out where to go. Says, I can't believe she did this. Believe it, Daniel. Every signature, every document, every fraud you committed has a cost. I watched the waves roll in, clean, endless, unbothered. This was the day they broke. Not because I wanted revenge, because I stopped being their victim. Saturday, 10:06 a.m., a knock at my door. I opened it. Daniel, standing there, pale, sunken-eyed, a man hollowed out by consequences he never thought would catch him. No Lisa. Interesting. His mouth opened, closed, opened again. Words failed him. Good. About time. I crossed my arms. What? He flinched, like the word was a slap. Mom, we need to talk. No, you need to talk. I'll listen. Go ahead. His jaw clenched, his eyes darted, looking for a crack in the wall, a soft spot. None left. You didn't have to do this. Yes, I did. You could have handled this differently, privately, quietly. You could have not stolen from me, forged my signature, opened offshore accounts, tried to bankrupt me. But here we are. A pause. We're family. Oh, there it is. The magic word. The shield he thought would still work. I stepped forward, voice cold, sharp, surgical. Family ends where fraud begins. His face crumpled. Not regret, not remorse, just anger, resentment. How dare the puppet cut her strings? You destroyed everything. No, you did. I just put it in writing. Do you even care about what you've done to this family? I blinked. I care that it took me this long to wake up. That's what I care about. You'll die alone. You realize that? I smiled, calm, peaceful. No, Daniel. I'll die free, not as someone's wallet in a cardigan. His hands shook. Rage, frustration. This isn't over. Oh, honey, it's so over. I stepped back, put my hand on the door, looked him straight in the eyes. Get off my property! A beat. And don't come back. You'll regret this. I already regret ever thinking you were someone worth calling my son. Door. Slammed. Locked. I stood there, hands steady, heart steady. No shaking, no regret, no second guessing. The phone buzzed. Ethan. "Grandma, he's leaving. You okay?" I stared at the screen. Okay? I was better than okay. I'm perfect. Ping. Alan. Sheriff served them final notice. Court date set. DA's filing for criminal trial. An IRS sent notice. Penalties, back taxes, asset seizure. Full scale. It's done. I walked to the window. Watched Daniel's car pull away. One last glance back. Hoping maybe I'd run out after him. Cry, beg, reconsider. No, not this time, not ever. I whispered, to myself, to him, to the wind. Goodbye, not sorry. I turned away. And didn't look back. Monday, 7:03 a.m. I woke up to silence. Not the heavy kind. Not dread. Not emptiness. The clean kind. The kind that feels like peace. No voicemails, no texts screaming, "You ruined our lives." No threats, no fake apologies, just nothing. I made coffee, black, strong. Poured it into the mug Ethan gave me last Christmas, the one that says, "Not today, Satan." Fitting. I walked outside, onto the porch of my new house, smaller, simpler, mine. Not a single signature tied to anyone else. Not a single line item hidden in fine print. Not a single leech still sucking me dry. This is what freedom tastes like. Ping. Email from Alan. Official notice. All liens cleared. All debts reversed. All fraudulent accounts closed. Criminal trial date set. I smiled. "Thank you, Alan." His reply was instant. "No, thank you. Most people never fight back. You did. You won." Ping. Another one. From the foundation. "Mrs. Evans, your contribution changed everything. You've provided emergency housing for 3 women already. Their thank you letters are on the way." My throat tightened. Not sadness. Something heavier. Better. Legacy. I sipped my coffee. No regret. No guilt. Just clarity. For the first time in years, I opened my laptop. Not to check if someone was draining my account, not to track fraud alerts, but for me. Blank document. Cursor blinking. I started typing. My name is Margaret Evans, and this is the story of how I stopped being someone's wallet and became someone's damn warning. A smile curled up. Sharp, precise. Then I typed the title, "I Watched Them Cry When I Froze Their Accounts, and I Didn't Shed a Tear." Chapter 1. The call that changed everything. The cursor blinked. I blinked back, and then kept going. Word after word. Sentence after sentence. Page after page. This wasn't just a story. This was a reckoning. A reminder. A record. Never again. Not to me, not to anyone else. Ping. Text from Ethan. "Hey, Grandma. Just checking. You okay?" I grinned. "Ethan, I've never been better." I hit save, closed the laptop, leaned back, let the breeze hit my face. Free. Completely. Fully. This life, truly mine. Thursday. Courtroom 2B, 8:57 a.m. I sat. Front row, clean blouse, straight back, no jewelry, no makeup. Nothing performative. Just presence. The bailiff called the room to order. The judge walked in, stern, unbothered, already tired of what was coming. Then they entered. Daniel, Lisa. Smaller than I've ever seen them, hollow, gray, crushed under the weight of consequences they never thought were real. Lisa's hands trembled. Daniel refused to look at me. Good. Look at the floor. That's where you belong. The clerk read the charges. Count 1, identity theft. Count 2, wire fraud. Count 3, conspiracy to commit fraud. Count 4, elder financial abuse. And on. 17 total. Each one like a hammer. The judge cleared her throat. Looked at them over her glasses. I have never, in my 20 years on this bench, seen a case of familial betrayal this deliberate, this calculated, and this cruel. Her gavel hit the desk. Bail is denied. Trial date set. Remanded into custody until then. Gasps in the gallery. Ethan's sharp inhale next to me. Daniel's head dropped. Lisa sobbed. I didn't blink. Outside, reporters waited, microphones shoved forward. Mrs. Evans, do you have a comment? I paused, looked straight into the cameras. Calm, crystal clear. Yeah, I do. A breath. Family doesn't mean you get a free pass to steal, abuse, lie, cheat. I loved them. I raised them. I gave them everything. And when that wasn't enough, they tried to take what was left. I stopped them, and I won't apologize for it. A beat. To anyone watching, let this be your permission slip. You don't have to let anyone, not even blood, destroy you. You can fight back, and you can win. Silence. Cameras clicked. That was it. Nothing else needed saying. I turned, walked away. Didn't look back. Never again. Weeks later, the trial. Guilty on all counts. Sentencing. 12 years. No parole for the first 7. When the gavel dropped, something inside me clicked into place. A door slammed shut and locked. Forever. I stood outside the courthouse, looked up at the sky. No clouds, no weight, no shadows. This wasn't just survival. This was reclamation of dignity, of self, of everything they tried to steal. Back home, I sat at my desk, opened my laptop, the manuscript. Almost done. I scrolled to the last page, typed. This time, everything is in my name, including my freedom. A pause. The end. Clicked save. Closed the lid. Leaning back, I whispered, and not sorry. Not for a damn thing. Fade out. Clean. Complete. Mine. If you're still here and this story spoke to you, consider subscribing to the channel so you won't miss the next one.